name is Oscar Kibet. I was born and raised in Nairobi, Kenya. This is called rata. The product itself is called rata. Now, this kind of product does not grow in Africa. It is grown in Southeast Asia. It is processed from the tropical forests. And then when it's processed, it is then made into different kinds of raw materials. So usually when I import the raw material, I import it in 3 different parts. So I import the flat, the 3mm, and the other, which is the 4mm. Now, how I came to know the business, I knew it through some. A very old British couple. This craft started in 1974. So what usually they started the craft in 1974. So before I used to buy from them. Basically, I was like a middleman. I used to buy from them. That was in the year 2000, early 2000s, and then I would buy and resell. Now, the British company are the ones who trained me on how to go about this business, because this is not just any ordinary skill. Yeah? Like I said, the material doesn't come from here. I get it from Southeast Asia. So that is how I started doing the business. So after some years, they stopped doing it, and then they ventured into some aviation kind of a thing. So from there, I continued in 2002. Okay, there's one thing I always say: if you have the right product and you have the way I was taught, according to the training that I got from these people, quality usually comes first. And one thing that most Kenyans don't understand is quality comes at a cost. So that's one of the challenges that I get. So quality is mainly that is our main motto to the business. And then service delivery. Yeah. That's another thing. Now, this kind of product is basically not for the cheap clients, but for those people who understand what quality is. And those people who know Kenya, they're willing to spend any time to have it. So that's one of the things that I would say about this. The only challenge that we face is at times it's not, like I said, it's not a product that you can easily get. So the people who sell them to us, they are also middlemen, because they don't harvest it directly from the forest. Because the process is this: it's harvested from the forest, and then from the forest it gets to the processing table. Now, the people who sell it directly to us, at times they can take advantage. Like they will try to hold the product. That is why you find their prototypes, like the plastics, right now in the market. The reason why the plastics was introduced is it was to basically provide a niche for the people who prefer to have the cheaper products. Yeah. So those are one of the challenges. Holding. Now, in 2002, I started doing my marketing. Basically, I was trying to continue the business from where it stopped, because most of those clients were from the former owners of the business. So I basically tried to fill that gap. Yeah. But in the process, I realized the demand was high. The first client I got was Nairobi Serena. So the first product that they needed was the condiment holders. So I managed to get in touch with the general manager. One thing I liked about him, he was very supportive, because that time I was a young person. So he really gave me a lot of ideas on what the hotels would need. So I started making the condiment holders. Then after that, I got to the wine cellars. The good thing is when I started making the condiment holders, other hospitality properties were able to see these things. So after Serena, I found myself in Sarova Hotel. I also got a lot of support from the procurement team. I remember there's a guy there called Eric. Yeah. So he began to teach me slowly these things. Then after that, I went to Intercontinental Hotels. I met a guy called, the guy was, at that time, he was the general manager for the hotel industry. So after I met the GM, he introduced me to the chefs, because I never knew much about the basketry thing. Then he told me what they used to buy their baskets from Kenyatta Market. So one thing he realized, the beauty of cane is that it's something that is washable, yeah, and it lasts for a very long time. It does not decay on the water. So that's how I continued getting these clients. After the hotel industry, because basically we were doing baskets, I managed, many people started contacting me, because I also have a huge following on my social media accounts, where I'm also very active. Many people started contacting me on furniture. So I had now to strategize on how I'm going to get the business running on furniture production, lightings, yeah, and furniture production and mattings. Those were the main things I was getting. So the challenge was, it's not very easy to get people who can do the frameworks. Like, for example, most of the people in this area, they do gates and windows. So getting somebody to really do furniture is not also easy. It takes somebody who has an artistry skill. And then I've always wanted to do something that is different. Like, for example, the chair that you're seated on. That design, it was made in the 1900s. So I was always looking for designs that are not in the market. So most of the furniture that I make right now are from the European interior designers. Like, for example, the Hans Wagner. That's what I'm trying to introduce also in the African market. When I realized the demand was high, I decided to train a few people. Like, for example, this shop is only for sample products, and when goods are finished, they are taken outside. So I opened 2 places, one in Karen, and I opened another one in Lavington. So that's where I have it's not a very big team, because I prefer having small but a good production. That's what I mean. So I managed to get like 4 or 5 people who can be doing the frameworks for me. And I also managed to train 3 weavers. So we have a team of 8 artisans, but they are in different places. Like I said, I have another shop in Karen and I have another shop in Lavington. So that's where they work. Okay, the most important thing and the advantage of cane is that it is very flexible and it can bend into any forms. The reason why you put it in water is to have it soft and to minimize on breakage. And then again, it also depends on the type of cane that my supplier gives me. I always ensure when I'm importing this material, I always insist on the first quality. So, first of all, you have to soak it in water. And then you have to soak it in water for at least 5 minutes. And then from there, that is when now you start with the weaving process. The difference between cane and the local material is whenever you're weaving, you have to shape. You have to shape it. For example, when you're weaving and you realize, all of us, we have different kind of handling skills. Sometimes when you weave it tends to bend on the left. Some others bend on the left and some on the right. But the beauty of cane is once it has been soaked in water, it bends to any form. So for example, if you're weaving and you find the cane going on the right hand side, you can easily reshape it to be straight. Or if you want to bend it into curved edges like the armchair that you're seated on, you have to use this kind of a spray. Yeah? So when you spray on it, having water on the cane makes it soft. Like one principle I always use and I follow, okay, that works for me. I don't do the jack of all trades kind of business. I'm very passionate about cane and I've never changed. And this is a business that I know it has a lot of potential. So another thing with this kind of business, you need to have an artistic mind. You need to be very creative. That is why I'm not ventured into any other kind of a thing. I prefer to specialize on something that I like. I always get in touch with my supplier. My supplier has a very big factory with over 2,000 employees. And they always inspire me on the kind of designs that I should make. And then I'm able to know the kind of designs that can easily sell on the market. So every day I'm always doing research on how I can add value to the people who buy these products. So the best designs I like making are for baskets. Like for example, wine servers and bread baskets for these hotels. Those are the designs that I really like making. And then when it comes to furniture, I prefer the older designs. Yeah, those ones, they are not made here. We also have baskets for the buffet. Okay, some of them are not here. We sell between 4,000 to 5,000 rupees. There are two ways of how we make these furniture. Number one, we use road furniture frame for the frameworks, and then number two, we use also mahogany. But most people prefer with mahogany because it brings out a certain kind of a look. You know, the old kind of a retro style. So basically, we use furniture pipe in making them, and then we also use mahogany. We can also use the cane pots, but those ones now are for clients who place different special orders here. When it comes to export, I've done several pieces for hotels that are outside Kenya. Like for example, Sarova, they have Serena, they have several properties outside Kenya. So when they buy from here in Nairobi, they also want the same for the other properties outside. And then also we have also other clients who visit our Instagram page. We've also had clients from Europe, so when they see from our Instagram page, we are able to make it send over to them. Quitting has never been part of me, but what I can say, the journey to any business, entrepreneurship is not easy. At times, like I told you before, this is not a product for clients, for cheap clients, sorry to say so. It is a product for clients who appreciate art and appreciate the skill that is involved. So one of the challenges, I used to get negative comments from people, like maybe they would say, why is your product so expensive? You know, why are you selling at that price? Why can't you use the local material? I mean, why aren't you buying from locals? You know, like the local materials, like I was trying to explain to you. But one thing I always believe is you should never sink into negative energy. That's the only challenge I've gotten. The second challenge I've gotten is, like I said, sometimes you can get a supplier who has the product, but would always want to hold it to make a bigger profit. You know, those are one of the challenges I've received. Okay, the second challenge is the inflation. Okay, the shift of the US dollar, because I buy all these raw materials in foreign currency. Sometimes there's that shift between the supplier from that country and then also in Kenya. That's one of the major challenges. So when that happens, I'm forced to shift the cost to the consumer. The last challenge is it is not very easy to get people who can make the product according to the spec that you want. That is why I was forced to have my own team. What gives me life as a business person is when a client appreciates what they have paid for. Because like what I told you before, this is not a product that just anybody can buy. But one thing I like is, for anybody who buys this product, they should have the best from this. So that is why sometimes I don't mind, like for example, if before the product gets to the client, when I see there's a mistake somewhere, I don't mind repeating. Like quality will always be the first priority for us. What makes us stand out is we use natural products. These products are biodegradable. Secondly, we use products that last for a very, very long time. And then thirdly, we don't cut on costs to increase profit. That's what we believe. Basically, I would like to add value to the community, like employ more people, and get them to, because of course, I'll not be in this forever. No one will be on this earth forever. But I would like to shift the skill to the other young people. That is my goal in life. Once I plan to retire. My wife advised me this kind of skill is not also in their country. So that is something that I'm also working on. We are working on having branches also in